The purple blood pooled beneath Zara as she lay broken against the twisted metal of her crashed ship. Her silver skin had turned pale gray from blood loss, and her normally bright golden eyes were dim with pain. 3 days had passed since the attack, and she knew death was coming soon. The Kalrix Empire had left her to die on this remote planet after she refused to give them the location of her homeworld. They thought humans were weak and primitive, but Zara had studied them in secret. She knew better. Captain Lisa Brown was on a routine patrol mission when her sensors picked up the crash site. The debris field stretched across half a mile of rocky terrain on the uninhabited world. Her orders were clear: investigate any unknown technology and report back to Earth Command. Lisa landed her small scout ship near the wreckage and stepped out in her environmental suit. The twisted remains of the alien vessel were unlike anything she had seen before. The metal seemed to shift colors in the light, and strange symbols covered every surface. A weak sound caught her attention. Lisa followed the noise around a large piece of hull plating and froze. An alien woman lay trapped beneath a support beam. Her exotic features were beautiful despite the obvious pain. Long silver hair spread around her head like liquid mercury. Lisa rushed forward and checked for signs of life. The alien's breathing was shallow but steady. Purple blood stained the ground, but the wounds had mostly stopped bleeding. Lisa quickly scanned the area to make sure they were alone. The support beam was too heavy to move by hand, but Lisa had brought cutting tools. She worked carefully to free the injured alien without causing more damage. When the beam fell away, the alien's eyes opened and met hers. Zara stared up at the human woman in amazement. The face behind the helmet visor was kind and determined. This human was risking her own safety to help a complete stranger from another world. It went against everything the Kalrix had taught her about human nature. Lisa helped Zara sit up slowly and offered her water from her emergency supplies. The alien woman drank gratefully and seemed to grow stronger. Lisa noticed that Zara's wounds were healing faster than should be possible. Through hand gestures and simple drawings in the dirt, they began to communicate. Zara pointed to herself and said her name clearly. Lisa did the same. Soon, they had established basic communication about food, water, and safety. Lisa knew she should call for backup, but something made her hesitate. The alien woman seemed frightened whenever Lisa reached for her communicator. Trust was building between them despite the language barrier. Over the next few hours, Lisa learned that Zara was being hunted. The alien woman drew pictures of ships and soldiers with threatening gestures. She pointed to her wounds and then to the sky with fear in her golden eyes. Lisa made a decision that would change both their lives. Instead of calling Earth Command, she helped Zara back to her scout ship. The alien woman was amazed by human technology and how different it was from her own people's designs. As they flew to a safe location, Lisa began teaching Zara basic English words. The alien was a fast learner, and soon they could have simple conversations. Zara explained that she came from a peaceful world called Zerion in the outer spiral. The Kalrix Empire had been conquering worlds throughout the galaxy. They demanded that each species submit and provide soldiers for their armies. Zara's people had refused and now faced total destruction unless they revealed the location of their hidden colonies. Zara had been captured during a diplomatic mission and tortured for information. When she refused to break, they left her on the abandoned planet to die slowly. The Kalrix believed that fear and cruelty were the only ways to control other species. Lisa listened with growing anger as Zara described the Kalrix methods. They used pain and terror to break their enemies. They showed no mercy to those who opposed them. Worst of all, they specifically targeted civilians and children to force surrender. Lisa shared stories of human history and how her people had overcome their own dark periods. She explained concepts like honor, courage, and sacrifice that seemed foreign to Zara's experience with the Kalrix. The alien woman was fascinated by human resilience and determination. Days passed as they hid in an asteroid field, while Zara recovered fully. Her people's natural healing abilities were remarkable, and soon she was completely healthy. Lisa had grown attached to her strange new friend and dreaded the moment they would have to part. Zara taught Lisa about galactic politics and the growing Kalrix threat. The Empire was moving toward human space, and Earth would be their next target. Lisa realized that first contact was going to happen whether humanity was ready or not. When Calric's scout ships appeared in the system, Lisa and Zara were forced to run. The chase led them through dangerous nebulae and past dead worlds that the Empire had already conquered. Lisa saw firsthand the destruction that awaited Earth if they could not find a way to fight back. Zara made a difficult choice. She gave Lisa the location of a secret Zirion base where other refugees were gathering to plan resistance against the Calrics. It meant trusting not just Lisa, but all of humanity with her people's most closely guarded secret. Lisa brought Zara to Earth where the alien woman met with human leaders. Her testimony about Calric's brutality convinced even the most skeptical politicians that action was necessary. An alliance was formed between Earth and the Zirion refugees. The war that followed was long and difficult, but humanity's natural stubborn nature proved to be exactly what the galaxy needed. Where other species had surrendered quickly, humans fought, with a determination that shocked their enemies. Zara served as a liaison between the species and watched with pride as humans and Zirions learned to fight together. The kindness that Lisa had shown to a wounded stranger became the foundation for an alliance that would free dozens of worlds. When the final Calric stronghold fell, Zara stood beside Lisa on the bridge of the flagship. They had come so far from that first meeting among the wreckage of a crashed ship. What began as a simple rescue had grown into something that changed the fate of the entire galaxy. The friendship between a human captain and an alien refugee proved that even in the darkest times, compassion and courage could triumph over fear and hatred.